Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode. We're working on Unit 3, Lessons 5 and 6. So far, you're doing a great job. We're still doing the same topic, different people. Let's get started with our objectives. We're going to read, write, listen, and speak. So we will read to match book reviews to book titles. We will write a book review. We will listen for details. And for our speaking skills, we're going to use critical thinking skills. We will talk about likes and dislikes, and we will discuss your favorite book. Now, we're going to start with our speaking exercise. Answer the following questions. What do you remember about Alice's adventures in Wonderland? Think about the information you gathered about Alice's adventures in Wonderland and tell your partner. You do not need to write anything down. This is a speaking activity. So you can say, I remember that Alice was brave and she was friendly. I remember that Alice's friends helped her to reach Wonderland. Think about the things you remember about Alice's adventures in Wonderland and tell your partner. Number 2, what do you think of Alice? What do you personally think of Alice after you have read a section about her? Tell your partner what you think of Alice. Alice. Tell your partner what you think of Alice. Number 3, is it important to be brave like Alice? Why or why not? Do you think it's important to be brave? Think about it. Number 4, what do you usually like reading? What don't you like reading? So think about the topics that you enjoy reading about and think about the topics you do not enjoy reading and share them with your partner. Now, do you think it's important to be brave like Alice? This is a very important question. Of course, the answer is yes, because we all have to do difficult things sometimes, so we must learn to be brave. Now, we will go to the photos here, and I'd like you to tell your partner what you like or love and what you don't like doing. So, you can say, I like reading, I like coloring, I don't like watching TV, I like playing video games on my laptop. So choose what you like and what you love and what you don't like and share with a partner. You don't have to write anything down, but you must practice speaking. Now we will go to the writing section. Which books do you like? Complete the information. So you can say, I love reading books by, and think of the author and write his or her name. My favorite book is, choose the favorite book that you've read and write what it was called. What was the title? It's about a girl or a boy called blank. So if it was about a specific person, you must write the character's name. The other characters are, you can fill in the names of those characters if it was a story. In the book, the girl or boy likes blank. I like blank because he or she blank. So you need to write down what the boy or girl in the story likes, and you must say who or which character in the story you like and why specifically do you like that character. Now we will move on to working in pairs. Discuss your favorite book. I love reading books by Frances Hodgson Burnett. My favorite book is The Secret Garden. Now think about your favorite book and discuss it with a partner. And say why you think it's a good book, why you enjoy reading it, and whether you would recommend it to someone or not. Now we will go to our learning objectives for Lesson 6. We will skim a reading text and scan for specific information. We will write a blog post about a friend, write about a famous person. Our vocabulary words for this lesson are together and wheelchair. As for language, we will differentiate between like, look like, and liking. So, we're going to read Fadi's blog post. Why can't Fadi and Basil always do the same thing? Who's your best friend? My best friend is called Basil. He has got straight hair and brown eyes. He is kind and he's very funny. He likes reading and playing video games. Those are my favorite hobbies too. Basil has got a wheelchair because he cannot walk. It's not easy for Basil to travel around school. I open doors for Basil and I help him to get things in the classroom. Basil's wheelchair is not usually a problem. We do a lot of things together. He goes to all my lessons and we have lunch together. Sometimes we even play football in the playground. Basil cannot run, but he is fast in his wheelchair. I like Basil because he is a lot of fun. I am very happy that he is my friend. This blog post was written by Fadi, who is 12 years old. Now, why can't Fadi and Basil always do the same things together? Well, it is because Basil can't walk, but Fadi can. But they are still best friends. Now we're going to jump to exercise 2. Read the text again if you need to and answer the questions. What does Basil look like? So if we talk about appearance, we will look at the hair, the skin color, how long the hair is, and what color hair there is, and maybe eye color. So look at the pictures to decide. Of course, Basil's got short, straight hair and brown eyes. What is Basil like? Basil is kind and very funny. Question 3. What does he like doing? He likes reading and playing video games. Question 4. What is difficult for Basil? What do you think is difficult for Basil? Of course, it is the fact that it's difficult to travel around the school or to move around the school because he is on a wheelchair. Number 5. How does Fadi help Basil? Fadi opens doors and gets things for Basil. Good job, guys. I want you to look at the box on the lower left-hand side, and remember, when we describe someone, we can talk about their appearance, their personality, or their hobbies. Okay? So if I talk about someone's appearance, I will ask, what does he or she look like? And then I might say, he or she has got dark hair, or he or she is tall. If I talk about their personality or their character traits, I would say, what is he or she like? I can say he or she is kind. If I talk about the hobbies or things they like to do, I'll ask myself, what does he or she like doing? And then I will say, he or she likes playing basketball, or he or she likes cooking or traveling. Now, let's move on to our critical thinking section, life skills. How are people in your life different from you? I want you to look at your close family and friends and see how different you are and state what are the differences between you. Are differences important? Do you think it's important to be different from your friend or family member? You need to say yes or no and then explain why or why not. Now we're going to write a blog post about a friend in your notebook. Think about what he or she looks like, what he or she is like in terms of personality or character traits, what he or she likes doing, what are their hobbies, and the things that are the same about him or her, and the things that are different from you. The writing tip section. Use joining words to connect ideas. So you can use and, but, or because. Read the sentences to be able to know how to use them. So create your own blog post similar to the one we read in this unit and write it in your notebook. Now, as for our exit slip of the day, we have 2 parts. You're going to write down 2 new things you have learned today. It could be ideas, it could be vocabulary words. It's up to you. Just write them down in bullet points and write down 2 things you found were a little bit hard or a little bit challenging in this lesson. Thank you, guys. That's a wrap. This was Ms. Sara Bassioni. Have a wonderful day.